everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. Happy Sunday to you. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Congrats to a lot of our community members who took some nice healthy profits yesterday for some short trades and today for some longs. There's a lot of good traders, and they're mostly just scalping. This is not an ideal scenario or situation for swing trading. So in case you haven't figured it out yet, not really all that great. Let's quickly double check some comments here. I want to say thank you so much for Ledbetter. Always appreciate your feedback there. Thank you so much. I'm really happy to hear Molly here. Thank you for your videos. If I hadn't done so stop loss after watching your video from yesterday would have been better. Gosh, insane when it drops. Yeah, exactly. Happy to hear that it worked out well. My pleasure. Again, the whole point of these videos is to help ensure you don't get destroyed or wrecked by the market. So I deeply appreciate that feedback. Thank you so much. Do me a favor if you could, like, comment below, and subscribe if you haven't already. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at Solana's backend liquidation data. See what's going on here, because really, when we looked at it yesterday, there wasn't much more downside to occur. I mean, even though we saw that extra little sweep there of as low as 120. That is crazy. We can see here, of course, that there's some late longs, but generally speaking, this isn't telling us a heck of a lot. It's really just kind of letting us know that there is a heavy amount of concentration, about 155. So the price continues to increase. That would be the next level we could expect to get swept. Again, it's not a guarantee that happens, but generally speaking, that's how trading works. It's just the price moves in different waves, and those waves are typically just sweeping extra levels of liquidity to allow for the whales to move the price action however they see fit. So again, just friendly advice. You're shorting this coin right now. Maybe not a great consideration, and you know what, we're going to double check to make sure, but we're probably going to get some confirming factors that short positions should be closed. At least Bitcoin right now is showing us that right now, as a matter of fact, that we're really getting close to if you have a short position open, the price could continue higher. You may want to secure profits if you haven't yet. So taking a look at the daily time frame, let's double check this here. We kissed and double checked, or double tested, whatever you want to call it, the 100-day SMA here at about 131, again for a second time today. So today and yesterday, that level was either swept and or just retested. So again, situation right now with Solana is that the price action is it's not great. Of course, all coins are like this, though. So you got to recognize it's really just up to Bitcoin. If Bitcoin, pulls its head out of its ass and continues higher, then we're probably going to see Solana do the same. Okay, it's really the best way to understand it. So I'd recommend watching my Bitcoin videos if you're kind of familiar or not familiar with that whole paradigm there, because it's really a thing. It's a real thing. Take a look here at 30 on the RSI. We can see that we're kind of getting that bounce, stochastic swing up for the second time. That's always usually carries more weight than the first. And the reason why is just because the price has been pushed down so long and so hard that it has to resurface. Imagine trying to hold a flotation device underwater. It's very difficult to do. There's no other way around it. You can't defy the laws of physics. It's going to eventually surface if you let go. This is the same thing here as well. Everybody's kind of getting tired of the price action coming down as low as it has, and they want to buy in. More buying pressure leads to the price action recovering after so long. So the whole point of this is to just kind of clarify that we might have hit our bottom here. We were right there at about 137 in the 0.236 fib level, letting us know that we have support in this range. We can also zoom out and kind of look at this this most recent time frame and just get perspective, since this is roughly beginning of February as a close estimate. We can see the most amount of volume at 110, but the secondary most amount of volume at 130. And that's the support level we're seeing right now here at the 100-day SMA. So strong chance 130 is going to be the initial pivot here for us. Whether or not we see a dead cat bounce or the price continues higher, we're going to have to wait for confirming factors to verify that's worth taking a trade. Right now, too premature to consider a Solana swing trade. So to my community members who are watching, even those who aren't, of course, just some friendly advice. When you have this big of a correction in the market, you have to wait and be patient. I don't know if you noticed, but I haven't sent a signal out in a few days, mainly because it doesn't make a ton of sense to chase a falling knife or to catch one, to run in front of a gun. There's different analogies you can put out there that are all probably relevant, and it's not really ideal conditions to trade long term just yet. Okay, so it's hard to pick long term swings when the movement of the market has already happened, right? So I think it's a little too late to FOMO into a short, but again, shorts are probably still in play because we have a lot of bearish confirming factors. Let's double check that. So 4-hour time frame, stochastic swinging up, giving us that little momentous push, but we're still under 30 and 20 on the RSI and money flow index. Those are generally bearish signs. Now again, hindsight's 2020. You could have bought the dip where the RSI and money flow index was really low. That's generally a good consideration for a purchase. Again, hindsight's 2020. You never jump into that. I know some folks had some limit orders in the 120, 130 range. Congrats on that. That's awesome. Stochastic swinging to the upside here. MACD converging ever so slightly. It's not fully converged yet, so we don't want to pay attention to that just yet. But truth is, we don't have any momentum shifts just yet. We're still below this descending trend, and this descending trend, by the way, I drew it out just a moment ago before I started the video here, and the whole point is just kind of get perspective of the fact that we're still establishing lower lows and lower highs. So until we can break that pattern, we can confirm the price action is going to continue lower. Now, to clarify, you could probably argue and say, oh, Cash, we're establishing higher lows. You're wrong. That's true. That's absolutely correct. But it's the lower highs that really make the biggest difference here. Okay, that's how descending trends work. So to be able to break free from a descending trend, the first step is to establish range-bound activity. We could be there right now. This could be the beginning of our range-bound behavior, so to speak, if you exclude some of these aggressive wicks. You can see here, of course, that this little area, this range, somewhere between 145 is the upper, 135 is the lower. I'm rounding my numbers completely there. We see a large amount of volume here as well. So you can kind of see that we're starting to range bound here in that little level. Once we break free from that range, either to the up or the downside, that's when you consider buying the bullish or bearish backtest. Basically, it means that when we break this range, we come up here. This is typically when you buy for a long. And if the price action does one of these, you buy in the short. Okay. You try not to buy right at the support or resistance levels, because that's just kind of that's considered a breakout trade. They don't always work out very well in these markets. So the best thing for you to do is wait for the breakout to occur, and that bullish and or bearish backtest is what you essentially consider buying into. Okay. So between now and then, we got to be patient. That's all there is to it. Pump the brakes. It's okay to not trade. It's crazy how addictive people are to trading in markets like this. They see Tom, Dick, and Harry posting massive results with their 100 to 1500x leverage trade, and it's just insane that that's actually a thing to me. I cannot believe that. But again, pick your audience, folks. If you want to follow buffoons that are consistently gambling and they are occasionally sharing their positive trades with you, then I would say go ahead and do that. I'll admit, we triggered a couple of stop losses here in the last week because of the fact that price action pulled back. There were some long positions. One of them was with Solana. We had to close it early. Or no, actually, this one actually did trigger. It was 40% loss. Now, granted, we offset that with a healthy amount of trades, of course. If you take a look here, you can see we made some decent profits from our previous shorts that were still open. Okay. So again, a lot of cool things here. But again, when you have those kind of situations when the price action ends up pulling back, it doesn't go the way you want, don't add to your margin. Don't continue to try to, destroy your account with cross-leverage trades. Isolate the trades. Keep it simple. Keep it straightforward. You take a stop loss, it's actually doing you a favor. We got stopped out in like the 170 range. Imagine if we held onto that trade. We would have came all the way down to 116 and got just absolutely obliterated. Not worthwhile, okay, folks? So again, best traders take stop losses all the time. The truth is, you got to be able to step back and recover from it, and not just sit there and wallow in your own little sadness because you lost a trade. Or worse yet, you take a worse trade because you continued to add to it and it kept going down. Take your losses, folks, and walk away from it. It's part of trading. If you can't handle it, it's probably not going to be a good fit for you. Again, after 20 years, it's easy for me to say. I know I sound kind of cruel when I say that, but it is just the cold, hard truth of trading. Okay. All right, folks. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for listening to the rant and the raves there. I'm sorry I have to do this, though, because I get a lot of community members or just brand new members coming to my community, for example. They're like, hey, can you recover my portfolio? Sorry, I can only help you establish better trades moving forward. That's all we can do. So watch my trading university videos. Watch as much as you can of even this free content here online, and just continue to be a student of trading. You'll eventually become a master. Well, within reason. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. I hope you learned something today. Do me a favor, like, comment below. Deeply appreciate that. We'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. Have yourself a great rest of your day. Take care.